Hi, Mark Reedy here. Don't want to take up much of your time, make this real quick. Just wanted to go over a couple of recent updates and some updates that are coming soon. So in recent updates, we've added work order templates to version 4.6.19. Also the 90-day inspection clear all button. And so let me just show you those two things real quick. Okay, so first thing I want to go over is work order templates. Now I've opened an existing work order here by double clicking on the work order in the list, and it's an oil change in Greece. We're looking at a 2005 Freightliner. So we can see here now that we've got this use template drop down here. So these are existing templates that have been created already. And then we've got a button down here that says save as template. So if I wanted to save this work order as a template, and that includes the short descriptions, the detailed descriptions, labor completed, and the parts and materials used, I can click on Save as Template and then give it a name. So in this case we'll call it Oil Change 2005 Freightliner. Okay, and now if we do a save and close, now if we click on New Work Order and we click on Use Template, we see that the template here has been added to the list, and that it was created from this original work order 1756. So if I click on that, it fills in the description, labor, and the parts. And if I wanted to undo this template and remove everything that the template added from this work order, I would click on Undo Template and then click OK here. That deletes everything that the template added to that work order. You could create a work order and start adding some items, and then also use a template to add more items to a work order, so you could build on a work order using a template. Okay, and then also if you double click on the drop down here, it opens up the drop down list maintenance for the work order templates. And from this screen I can edit existing templates by clicking on edit, and then I can change the labor or parts and so forth. Or I can just double click on one of the templates listed in the list there. It'll bring it up, and then I can make changes. Also, I can create a new template manually from this screen. If I click add here, I give it a name. I'm just going to call it test for now. And now I've got an empty template to work with. It's called test, as you can see at the top here. And to populate this template, I can use an existing template if I want to as a starting point. So for example, if I use this one here, and then I added some more information down here, and then maybe change the number of hours it takes, for example, and just do a save and close. Now we have that new template called test. If I close that, and if I wanted to use that new template called test, I could choose it there. You can see here it added that more information. It updated the number of hours it took, and so forth. So that is the new work orders templates feature. And now we've also added something called 90-day inspection. It's the clear all button on 90-day inspections. So let me save and close that. Go over to 90-day inspection, and I'm going to go ahead and click add inspection. And in the past we had this mark all is okay. So that marks everything is okay, but we didn't have a quick way to clear everything. You had to go in and manually uncheck everything. So we have this clear all button now. It'll uncheck anything, whether it's marked OK or defective, and it'll remove any notes. Also, if anything was marked as effective and transferred over to the Needed Maintenance and Repairs tab, it'll remove those items that you clear from the Needed Maintenance and Repairs tab that were added when you click the defective button. You can see here it says it's been copied over to Schedule Repairs. Click OK. If we close that and look at Needed Maintenance and Repairs, you can see it was added right there. Alright, and so now if I go back in to that particular inspection, and then if I choose to clear all, close that, go back over to Needed Maintenance and Repairs, you can see that one that was added has been removed. Okay, so now I'm going to look at a couple of upcoming features that we're adding to the next version. Okay, we're also adding some changes to the lube service screen. As you can see here, it's got a list of all the lube services, kind of like the 90-day inspection tab. And you can double click to open up a previous lube service and see exactly what was done on that lube service. So you can add or subtract from this list by using the drop down, and you'll be able to add other items besides what it comes from us with. And the way this will work is when you open up to add a new lube service, you can choose the lube service type and it will populate with all the items, the potential items that you might want to do in that particular lube service type. So if I open that up, you can see that we have all the items listed there. And then you can add your notes down below, and if we do a save and close, let me just go ahead and put some mileage in here. And we'll do a save and close on that. We'll just tab over that. So we're going to add that mileage, and we'll put an accomplished by, and we'll do a save and close. Okay, so there's the one I just added. And if we go over here to Forms, drop down List Maintenance, you'll see that we've added a lube service items, and that's where these items are listed now. Instead of being hard-coded the way they were before, you can see in the old version here how they were. We had them listed here, and they couldn't be changed or updated in any way. So now you can update these, you can edit them, and you can add to this list basically unlimited, as many items as you want to have as potential items that you do in a lube service or a preventative maintenance. And if I close that and look at the drop-down list maintenance for lube service types now, and you'll see that it's not just the name of the lube service, the intervals, but also every item that will be included in that lube service type. So when you create these, you can create them with all of the items, potential items, and then later on you can remove items after you've added it to an actual lube service. For example, on this one here, so if I didn't do an A, B, or a C, I could delete those. I can highlight that and delete. It says I'm going to delete records. So you would just click on each one that you want deleted, and then you press delete key on your keyboard, and it'll let you know you're about to delete one record, and it'll go ahead and delete it for you. Alright, now we're still in testing phase. This is still we're still working on this, and it's not ready yet, so just keep that in mind as you watch this. The other thing we're adding is work orders. Under work orders, not work orders, but under work orders, we're adding a lube service completions tab, and what this will do is allow you to complete a lube service from within the work order, so you don't have to go back over to the lube service, mark that as complete, just to show your list of preventative maintenance items that were done, and also for the purposes of reminders. So if I double click on one of these, it'll actually populate with that particular lube service, and we can add the items that are done in there, and then if it's already, it'll work basically the same way as the other one I just showed you in the lube service tab. It'll be filled in with all the potential items that were completed during that lube service, and then you can add or remove whatever items you need to, do a save and close, and it'll update the lube service tab at the same time. So you don't have to go back out of the lube work orders tab. Alrighty, and then finally, we're going to go back over to the 90-day inspection tab, and you'll see here if I click add inspection, actually we'll just look at this one here, it doesn't matter. We can actually create a new work order from defective items. This is going to be another feature we're adding in the next version release. So if I go here and I choose, and this will be also, this pop-up won't pop up for every defective item either. We're going to probably add a button down here that says add defective items to needed maintenance and repairs, and then the other option is create new work order from defective items. So if I choose that now, and then click close. Go back over to work orders. You can see here we've got a new work order added called Defective Inspection Items. If I double click to open that, you can see all the items have been added down here of what was defective. And then you can go ahead and work with this work order as needed. You can copy these back up to the individual short descriptions if you want to. If you click on print, this actually will print out each defective item on its own row. Okay, so in other words, you know that this feature here will be coming up in the next version release 4.7.00. All right, so that's it. Hopefully those will be useful for you, and thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one. Take care.